Hey there, YouTube fam. How's it going? I know. I said that I wouldn't film right after working out again, but here we are. I have errands to run, okay? So I want to start the day with more positive vibes and I want to share them with you. So thank you so much for joining me. This is an all signs tarot reading. Let's get into it. Okie dokie, as per usual, I've already pre-shuffled, so let's begin with the archetypes and cut the decks together. I'm going to just lay them all out and then we'll see what we have to play with. And the vision. Ooh, we're getting into some really esoteric shit. And on the bottom, oh my goodness, nice pairing again. We have the thread card. Nice. Okay, well, I know I said I was just going to plop them out, but now I really want to read this. I love these two cards. Yes, I do love them all. I love them all. So with the vision, that's the dream, the imagined, the revealed, right? I love owls. Okay, it is said that we are each born with a unique vision, a destiny toward which we are aimed, and it is also said that we forget that vision the moment we are born. Thus, we are sent on a lifelong journey of rediscovery. Such is the elusive nature of the vision. It slips away, yet it guides. It appears in strange dreams and surreal images, seemingly unattainable and preposterous. When we are connected to the vision, we carry an inspired, enchanted aliveness that others recognize. We trust the world and its synchronicities. We walk through new doors into wondrous opportunities. We all want to be near those with vision. They emit energy more potent than any elixir. And when we lose connection to the vision, life becomes dull and exhausting. Speaking of which, I'm drinking a protein shake. I can feel it on my lips. It's bugging me. Don't mind me. Okay, anyway. The life becomes dull and exhausting, lacking meaning. Bring back the mystery. Bring back the dreams. I don't know how much clearer they can be on that, considering that card 70, the thread, if I can get there. It's the last one in the places. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. See what I mean? They are so connected. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Hello. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do, fam. Heck yeah. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread. A song, an image, synchronicities, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our hearts require. You have been remembering who the heck you are, haven't you? Fuck yeah, I'm so happy for you. It feels good, doesn't it? Now let's cut the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck and see what that has to say. Damn, babe. This is a fun one already. It's the Phoenix card. How's that for a happily ever after? I don't know how you feel about Abraham Hicks. I'm kind of on the fence, but I dig certain things. And one of my favorite things is recognizing and reminding yourself, as for like affirmations and mantras, I am living my happily ever after. And on the bottom is villain. You can always rewrite the story. Now, this card isn't referring to you as the villain. It is referring to people in your life who they may have seemingly won. They may have tarnished your name a bit. Someone in particular is coming to mind, but I'm going to be nice and not name drop. And the thing about it is, like, look at the melodies, the musical notes coming up from that shell, right? To me, that speaks of like haunting melodies that you can't get out of your head. And that was then, and this is now. This is about, okay, so that happened. That was a mere moment in time. And we're not done yet, fam, are we? Fuck no, we're moving on, we're moving forward, and this is your life. You get to choose what that means. So whatever mistakes you may have actually made in the past, if it was anything that you yourself did, which I don't think that's the case, but I feel the need to say this. Take it with grace. Learn from the experience, right? When we do things, when we fuck up, the whole point is to never do that shit again, right? To learn from that, evolve as a human. But this right here, excuse me, I'm so sorry, it's not speaking on that entirely, right? This is, that person was an asshole, or however it applies, whichever word applies, and they did you wrong, and they slandered you. And you probably didn't deserve that, whether people believed them or not. I can't get that person out of my head. Maybe some dark hair, dark eyes, I don't know. If you know, you know. But they don't get to win your entire life. They had that moment. And don't worry about it, because karma has been coming into play in so many ways lately, and it's all balancing out, right? Let's see if we can get some clarification with the tarot cards. Cutting it in 3, pulling the middle to the top. Let's go. Chapter 1. See, I like to think of the tarot as like, what is that? A little fuzzball? As its own story. So these are like the prologues, right? So chapter 1 is the moon card. Nice. We're thinking of how far we've come, right? Sometimes, you know, maybe you have a choice. You can stay in the darkness. You can stay in the shadow, in the, whatever that means, in the depression of it all, the bullshit of that could be the aftermath. Or you could step into the unknown. You could get off that path and move on and honor how far you've come, right? That's a long path represented in this picture. We're not crustaceans. We're not primordial ooze anymore. Fuck that. And going through those pillars, there's a lot of esoteric history with those pillars right there. Truth and justice and all that grooviness, with the moon just showering down Yahweh on everyone. That's what those things, that's a part of, at least a part of God's name right there. Right? If you feel like you've been in the dark in so many ways and you're unsure of what to do, first of all, I think, don't slide. I think you do know what to do. I'm just all right. Let's chapter 2. The 8 of Wands. Heck yeah, that could be a message coming in, but it also speaks of spontaneous adventures. And my question is, are you down? Are you willing? Let's go. Chapter 3 is a 2 of Wands. Are you kidding me? This person is... just saw the bottom. To me, the bottoms represent the main gist. That's why I keep showing them. The 2 of Wands literally has the world in the palm of their hands. They're standing on stable-ass ground that they've built, that they've done. So it's kind of like, okay, now what? What I like to think of with this card, which I find really funny because the person I was thinking of was Johnny Depp. What I like to think of with this card is bring me that horizon. Heck yeah, fam. Chapter 4 is the devil card. Oh my goodness. Papa YouTube, please. Is the devil card. Now, I want to talk about that one. And one point that I really want to make about it is the chain that's tethering the two together is slack. It's not tense, right? Underneath the moon card is going to be the King of Pentacles. Well, hello there, Daddy Warbucks. And underneath the 8 of Wands is the King of Cups. Wow. Look at you. Oh. Underneath the 2 of Wands is the 6 of Swords. There we go. We're moving the frick on. Underneath the Devil is the 3 of Cups. Nice. And the epilogue to this tale is Judgment. Dang. And we're going to save the bottom of the tarot deck for last. So, I feel like these two kings are representing, they're kind of like, not quite yin and yang or two sides of the same coin, unless they're both sides pretty darn spiffy. And they do say, like, you know, that we're not light without the dark, right? It's a balance, and then that singularity that we talk about a lot, right? But there's a lot of stability, security, just like this person standing on a firm ground, right? Stone, seemingly. But the King of Cups is speaking of someone who's very emotionally intelligent. The kings and queens have been through all the things, right? They're very secure within themselves. They know themselves. They're not wavering. They're not confused. And I like to say that this King of Pentacles, with that golden background and all that grooviness, everyone's thriving in that kingdom. Everyone. No one's hungry. No one's mourning. You know what I mean? No one's depressed. No one's losing. Everyone's thriving. Everyone's lifted up and enjoying themselves. And I'm getting this feeling that you've been through so much and you've come out the other side. My question is, are you allowing yourself to truly come out the other side, right? Because like I said, those musical notes are representing that haunting melody, that thing that like maybe you can't quite get out of your system from that whole experience, right? And yet you've been able to remember who you are, even through addictions and difficulties and dark nights of the soul, right? You've been able to reacquaint yourself with yourself. And maybe through all that bullshit, it helped to whittle away the people who were never your friends. It only made things that you were like, I know, you know, like I know. Maybe you're a Gemini and you just, you know everyone. My favorite thing is when Geminis claim to be shy. It's like you are we are on opposite ends of the spectrum with that shit. I like people. I don't care how I seem when I'm standing face to face with someone that I don't know and I'm talking to them. My brain drops out of my butt. Okay, like. Whereas Geminis, even when they're feeling shy, even when they are nervous, they're still asking questions. They're keeping the conversation going. It's beautiful, and I'm in awe. And people like me need people like you, okay? They might also be, I might also have a lot of besties in life who have been Geminis, including presently. So, we get along great. You know what I'm saying? You have news coming in. There's some new adventure coming about that couldn't have happened before. It couldn't have happened. You've learned so much. It was extremely painful at least one point. At least one point. And yet you have that strength and resiliency to have evolved past it. Who's in the boat with you, my friend? Who's with you going after that horizon that you deserve to reach? That's the card that's coming up. Ooh. Underneath the Two of Wands. Let's go. All that wisdom, the swords of the mind. And I like to think of this as all the wisdom of recognizing what you were doing before. That simply loud ass plane. Let's go. I'm sorry if that was super loud. Yes, I love confirmations. Being able to recognize what wasn't working within you and healing. A lot of us, with the planets planeting and everything, we've been getting to the roots of it all. I keep saying it because it's true. We're not playing with band-aids anymore. We're getting into that root cause. What enabled this shit to happen in the first place, my friend? That's what I'm talking about, right? Because what Never again. We're moving on. We've gained the wisdom and are more secure within ourselves. Right. So, good on you. This is celebration. This is having people in your life, even now, that you can celebrate with. I'll celebrate with you anytime. Let's go. I'm not much of an alcoholic beverager, but I'm a pothead. So moving on, you know, and it's such a rebirth. You are returning to yourself. And all too often for us, I saw the Wounded Warrior card earlier today, this morning. And you know, I start off with my own personal readings. That's what I'm saying. And so that's kind of stuck in my head. And now I feel like I more so understand why. To be a shaman or a wounded warrior or wounded healer kind of means you got to go through some shit yourself. Otherwise, how are you supposed to help people? If you're an actor, what are you tapping into with these characters, right? To be able to pull in, draw in your audience to be able to believe what you're doing and saying and such, even though it's totally not you. I mean, it depends, I guess. Like, do you have to audition or not? But you know what I mean? Like, this is such a time of rebirth, especially for you, in all of the best ways. You've been there, you've done that, and it's all good, man. It is all good. It's all good. You've got this. Look at you. Moving on. Chasing those horizons. We're leaving, we're ditching behind the choppy ass waters and all that pain, right? And we're moving on. We're moving on, and you literally have the world in the palm of your hand. So where are we going next? Let's check the extra notes. Aww. I did not pre-shuffle these rat bastards because by the time I get to them, I just want to shuffle. Okay. All right. Okay. The very top card here is Pisces. Who's a Pisces? Is that the actual villain? Fuck them. I want names and numbers. No, don't do that. Don't dox people. That was just a phrase, and I'm just saying I'm very protective, okay? Who did that? Never again. We're going to cut that deck. Boosh. And you're not alone. I am here with you. You have people in your corner who believe in you, who love you and see you for who you really are. And if you don't currently feel that way, it's a wonderful new beginning. And then I think it's spirit. I think it's your ancestors. I really do. This card is, you are the sunshine of my life. And this top note is, do you even know how loved you are? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You are so freaking special, at least to someone. And it's unconditional, right? What's on the bottom? It's my favorite Neville Goddard quote. How would you feel if you were free? What does freedom mean for you right now in your life? Right? Don't worry about the specifics. Don't worry about any of that crap. All right? Stop worrying about it. Stop looping. Get out of that loop. The anxieties, the fears, the worries, right? That's your mind just being your own worst enemy. The 8s and the 9s of the swords, please knows. And that's the main gist of this tarot, is trying to remind you how far you've come right from the very first tarot card that I drew. And how brilliant you are now, how secure, how emotionally intelligent and stable you are, how helpful. You like to help others, whether it's through donations, charities, whatever the heck. I am so happy that I dropped that name because that feels like a really good freaking example of someone getting fucked over. It's all still on YouTube. I don't want to hear about it. It's all still on YouTube. Go to Law and Crime and fucking watch it your damn self, okay? I don't want to hear about it from anyone. But Just evolution looks good on you, my friend, and I'm so thankful that you remembered who the heck you are after all of that, okay? Thank you for joining me. You've got this. You're not doing anything wrong, okay? And your evolution is beautiful, so you rise, my friend. You rise. Boosh. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I have some great news to share that I meant to share in the beginning, so anybody who, skipped off, they don't get to know. My schedule's about to open, and I'm about to start doing personal tarot readings. So if you're interested in that, little heads up, they're going to be personal video tarot readings. I do, however, besides payment, I need a picture of you and your eyeballs. I need to see your eyeballs real good, right? And if it's a love reading, then I'm going to need a picture of them as well. Preferably a picture that you took of them, because first things first, I'm going to notice what they feel about the person who took the picture. So that would work even better if we're talking about a love reading. I'll keep you posted and all that good. Either way, please remember that I love you.